a pair of dumbbells or a pair of kettlebells. Ideally, the same weight would be good. So I don't need them right this second, but that is all we will need today. We're going to get everything nice and warmed up, starting with those shoulders. We're going to do some scap retractions. So we're going to interlock those fingers. We're going to push those palms away from you. Try and create as much space between those two shoulder blades as possible. Then we're going to flip that over and we're going to pull that in. Try to squeeze those shoulder blades as tight as possible. So we're just going to reverse that. And go about 5 or 6 of those, taking a breath or two at each position. Once you really focus on mobilizing, creating space, and then taking away that space as you squeeze. We'll go 2 more here. Always feels good if you've been sitting in a poor posture for a little while coming up to this point. And we'll go one last one. All right, I'm going to get those legs going. So we're going to take a nice good long lunge, dropping low, and get that quad engaged. Whenever knee is down, we're going to take that hand and reach it up and over just to create some length through that quad, through that hip, through our lats on that side as well. Again, just about a breath or two, we'll drop to the other side. So we're going to go for about 4 or 5 on each side, 8 to 10 in total. Want to make sure that those hips don't to get too crazy in those hips. We're going to still keep those hips nice and steady. Should feel that stretch again through the front of the hip, through that quad. Front lunge or back lunge, whichever. As we're winding down from the week, nice to just get some good long stretches. We'll go one more each side. All right. And our last little bit of a warm-up here, we're just going to get our heart rate up. Just working on some single leg stuff. So on a single leg, we're just going to do like 5 contacts, and we're just going to alternate between legs. All right. So just nice and easy, back and forth. And again, think about it, just kind of like you're jumping rope, just on that single leg. Go back and forth here for about another 20-25 seconds. And just getting those ankles warmed up. Kind of a good way to flex those out. Last 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, let's talk about what we've got going on today. We've got our pair of weights. We have 2 strength movements, 2 more kind of cardiovascular conditioning movements, okay? So the first 2, we'll do them kind of as a warm-up. We'll do them without the weight so we can gradually work our way up. We're going to have our 2 weights in a front rack position, whether they are with dumbbells or kettlebells, it's the same front rack, okay? We're going to get those feet nice and long, just like we did a lunge, but we're going to cement those feet in place. All right. So we're dropping up and down for some split squats. All right. We're going to end up doing 10. So we'll just do kind of a mock round right here with just the body weight. Just as an advanced warm up here. All right. Pretend we have those weights in hand. We're going to get our 10. Then we're going to switch our legs. We're going to get our 10 on the other side. Just making sure that posture is nice and strong. We worked that upper back a bit. So we're feeling nice and tall, nice and loose. Alright, once we get those 10, we're going to put one weight down. We're going to have a single weight as a kind of a goblet position right at the chest. We're going to get those feet nice and wide in this lateral position. We're going to sink down into one side like a lunge, and then we're going to stay down in that position as we shift across. Alright, that's our low Cossack squat here. And think about just working to extend that leg fully, coming across, extending the other leg. Alright, so same as those split squats, we're going to go 10 each leg. Alright, so a total of 20, and we're going to try to stay low, keep that weight nice and close to that chest this entire time. So again, we're sneaking in a little bit of mobility through those hips there. You can go faster or slow, whichever is more comfortable with you. Okay, so we're going to do split squats each side. We're going to do Cossack squats, 10 each side, and then we're going to do that pair again. Okay, then after my Cossacks, I'll go back to split squat, and then Cossack squats again. Okay, so those two strength movements, we're going to do twice each. After that, I know we're getting really ahead of ourselves. Just so you know everything that's going on. Okay, after that, from our warm-up, we did some single leg hops, right? We're going to kind of take that up to the next level. We're going to do a little bit more athletic based, and we're going to do 10 hops, right? But we're going to do it on that foot as fast as possible, okay? So what that's going to look like, we're going to try to stay nice and low to the ground. We're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, and then we're going right to the other foot. I like to use the arms, just kind of get a little bit of rhythm going with that. So 10 on one side, 10 on the other. Okay, we got that. We got our 10, our warm-up 10. Cool. And then we're going to go, our second cardio movement is going to be some lateral high knees. Okay, if you got your mat on the ground, or if you got about 6-7 feet of space, that'll do great. We're going to go 5 steps to the right, 5 steps to the left, 5 to the right, 5 to the left. Okay, so it's going to be 10 total on each side. Okay, so what that's going to look like is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then one more time, 5 and 5. Okay, if all this is like, I have no idea what's going on, don't worry about it. We're going to do it all together. Okay, so you won't get lost. But that's the game plan. 2 strengths, twice, 2 cardio, twice, and then we're going to do that whole set one more time. So 16 total sets, I suppose. We've got just over 16 minutes, so it's going to be right on time. Okay? So let's go ahead and grab our weights. If you've got a few different weights and you want to increase your weight as you go, you certainly have the freedom to do so. Otherwise, pick a leg, any leg. We're going to drop down for 10 good reps here on those split squats. Alright, once you go to pick a stitch you can manage, but we are looking for 10. Everything is a nice easy 10 today, but it's all going to be split up left and right. So once you get your 10, you're flipping legs, other leg in front, really cement those feet down, and you're going for 10 on the other side. Alright, I know it just seems like a lot up front, but once you get into it, it'll make a lot of sense. 10 there. We're going to put one of those weights down. We're going to take this to the chest, feet out nice and wide, and we're going those Cossack squats. Sliding across. Nice. We're going 10 each way. And try to stay low. Right? The lower you are, the more you're going to get out of this. If we're staying high, not quite getting that range of motion. So we really want to stay low. push and pull all the way across. Once we get those 10, that's our first set of strength. We're going to do our second set of strength. So we're going to go back up to those split squats. Nice and tall. Dropping down for our second set of 10. Kind of got an idea what's going on. We'll be getting there, getting these 10, and then flipping sides. Staying tall. Watch that posture. Again, if we need to drop weight at any point through this, please feel free to do so. Find that balance. All right. Once you get that 10, round 2 of those split squats, and we're going to go to our Cossack. All right, spreading those feet wide, hinge down, slide across. We're going to try to slow things down just a little bit here. We'll make sure that we get a full extension on these. Breathing in control. Notice that chest stays up, right? We're not looking at the ground, right? We're keeping that weight close to the chest, and we're looking straight ahead. We got a last one. All right. So we got our 2 sets of strength. And now we're going to move into our cardio. We got our pogos. We've got our high knees. All right, pick a foot, any foot. We're going to go for those 10 quick contacts. Ready, set, go. All right, let's the other one. And going into those high knees. Remember, that's 2 rounds. All right, then back to those pogos. Second round of the cardio. Let's do it. Staying light, light, light. And then high knees one more time. Feel that heart rate? All right, let's get after it. All right. So, 1 monster set done. 1 monster set to go. We're going to go back to those split squats. Give you a second if you need to grab some water. Grab a quick sip here. So everything that we just did, we're just going to do that one more time. All right, going back to those split squats. All right, it's up a little bit. We're going to be fighting that the second time through. Waist to those shoulders. Split squat stands, ready. And let's drop for 10. Really pushing into that front foot and extend. Trying to shift the majority of that weight to the front. And switch. Again, if you're a little off from me, please go at the pace that's comfortable for you. Once you get those 10, drop in one of those weights. Let's go for our Cossacks. Nice and wide. And push it a little bit wider. And we're shifting across. And really try to open those hips, those knees, going out. Put some space between those feet a slight disadvantage that my floor is a little slippery. So my feet are getting a little bit wider each rep. Once you have those 10, we're going to go back up. And it's 10 each on that, 10 left, 10 right. We're going to go back up. This is going to be our final set of those split squats. Alright? Let's make them good. Let's make them count. Dropping down in. Find that balance. The key to that balance is that core. I like to find a fixed spot on the wall or on the ground right out in front of you. Help keep that balance. And then onto the other side. All right, done with split squats for the day. We're going to shift into our Cossacks nice and wide. Hinge down, and let's move it. Sliding across. Try not to change that height, by keeping that tempo slow and controlled. Open those hips. Looks good, looks good. We got 2 more. And, all right. So we did our 2 sets of our strength. Let's go over to that cardio. Again, we're going to move into our single leg pogos. Fast as possible. Ready, set, go. And to the other. All right. And those lateral high knees. So we focus on very, very short contacts with the ground. Now very, very big contacts with the ground. All right, let's go for it. Ooh, I got 1 short there. Then we're going to go second round cardio, very last round. Let's do it. Ready, set, go. Jake's legs feeling a little jello on those ones. Last time, high knees, and go. And relax. All right, we're gonna take a quick minute, grab some water, breathe a little bit. All right. Whew, that was a good one. We got a few minutes left, so don't go anywhere. We're gonna give you a quick little cool down. But we're gonna hit 1 more high intensity little block. We're gonna have a bit of a finisher here. 2 movements back to back. It's 2 minutes long, okay? So we're gonna put as much effort into these as possible. All right, it's going to be 5 bent over rows, combo with 5 deadlifts. Okay, so we're using both of our weights. We are hinged over. We have bent over rows. Right, good, controlled 5. Standing all the way up, and then we are down and up for 5 deadlifts. Okay, again, 2 movements. Back and forth, as many rounds as you can get in 2 minutes. We'll give you about another 30 seconds or so of rest. I'm gonna let my heart rate come back down so I can really give these 2 minutes everything I've got, and then we will get to it. All right, a couple things to watch out for, whether you're using those dumbbells again or those kettlebells. Either way, we want to make sure A, their hinge is good, right? Those hips go back, that back is nice and flat. When we pull that weight up in that bent over row, do not pull that weight to your armpits or to your chest. I want you to think about putting those weights in your pockets. All right, so we're coming back to that hip and back down. So focus on getting in the middle of that back. If anytime you find yourself here, right, then that's not quite what we're looking for. So really get that neck extended, pull back to that hip on those rows. Okay, that same position, that bent over, is just our midpoint between the bottom of our deadlift and the top of our deadlift. Okay, so you're gonna prime that path with that deadlift. All right, then you're just gonna go down halfway and hit your rows. Okay, 2 minutes, best you can. Get that weight ready in 3, 2, 1, go. So 5 good reps. And then all the way to the top and down for 5 good deadlifts. All that posterior chain, working those hamstrings, working those glutes, that low back, that mid back, that upper back, all that backside here to finish things up. Make sure we're standing all the way up at the top of that deadlift, squeezing those glutes to finish it. Big squeeze in that back. Hopefully you got a weight that you can manage. Look and hold on to those weights this entire time. Good, strong. 1 minute down, 1 minute to go. Come on. Let's see what we can do. A little Friday night challenge. Do you have what it takes? Make sure not to overextend those deadlifts. Try not to lean backwards, but stand nice and tall. Come on. Back and forth. Back and forth. 30 seconds left, folks. Come on, keep pushing it, keep pushing it. Trying to hang on to those weights. Grip strength getting challenged a little bit. Keep that hinge looking good. Come on, final 10 seconds. Good, last 5, last 4, last 3, last 2, last 1, and time. All right. Take a minute, we're gonna check that out. Get that heart rate under control. Make sure we stand it up. Keep those lungs up and open. We're gonna get a quick little stretch sesh to finish things up. We're gonna stand with those feet together. Bring those arms all the way up overhead. And big reach. And we're gonna swing these around and reach for those toes. Let that back round. Just gonna let that upper body hang. Let that head hang loose. Slowly roll it up. One more time, reaching up. Exhale and bring it down. Let that body hang. Stretch those hamstrings, that low back. And roll it up. Then we're going to finish the way we started. Interlocking those fingers. We're going to press those hands away. Try and open those shoulder blades. Roll it over and pull it in. Might feel a lot more mobile now, huh? Reaching forward. And pull it in. And one last time. Push it forward. Really push those forearms far away. Keep those fingers interlocked. Stretch those forearms. Flip it over and pull it in. And relax. That's going to do it, folks. Appreciate you hanging out with me Friday evening for some Equipped. We'll be back next week. Hopefully enjoy your weekend. Get some sleep. Rest up. You worked hard. You deserve it. Take care.